What is going on, players, and welcome back to the Director of Football Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. We have reached the end of the season with Angers. We have 2 games left to play, and the worst we can finish is 5th. So we could lose the remaining 2 games and still finish 5th. If we win both our games and results go our way, we could potentially finish 3rd. That would involve Dijon beating Monaco today and Strasbourg losing to Nice, and that would be very Nice of them. Do you like what I did there? So since you were here last, we had a 7-6 win over Lorient. It was madness. I don't know what to say. Clayton was terrible. Oh my god, Clayton was terrible. But Chalufa scored for us. Calantari got a brace. Gabel's got one, and the Graka scored a hat-trick. Get in there. But Rakigani, their striker, scored 5. He was just the dominant player on the day. De Graka got a perfect 10. Still didn't get man of the match because obviously Rakigani got himself 5 goals. And like the XG was like 2 point something, 2.9 to 2.97. What? How? Like, that's insane. There was 13 goals scored, but if you looked at this, you'd be like 5 goals, 5.5 goals maybe. And then we went and beat Dijon on TV, 3-0. Calantari, De Graka, and Toure scored. Fantastic. It was chef's kiss. Niang had a poor game, so we took him. Did we take him off? Probably. Toure came on in the 75th minute, and with his first kick, scored a penalty. It was delightful. But as you can see, Clayton didn't start. Alastra did. And we won 3-0. So you might be thinking to yourself, obviously you're going to keep Alastra in for today's game. Of course not. Why would I do that? See, this is interesting because in the pre-game, like before you get to this part, they were saying against Metz we should be playing very attacking, and now they're turning around and being like, hey, shouldn't be playing attacking, you should be playing positive. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go attacking because it's sort of been working for us. Kitolano is coming back in for his first game since his injury. Can only play 45 minutes, so he's not going to play the entire game, obviously. But we're gonna see how we get on. So Clayton starts in goal. Really needs to do well today, otherwise he would not be starting the last game of the season. And he has interest in him, so could potentially transfer list him if he continues on his poor run that he's been on recently. Oleanya and Dunfak start as our wingbacks. Anache and Nathan just continue as central defence because that is our defence. Illich and Kitolano in central midfield. Calantari and Chalufa as our wide men. De Graka and Toure with a rare start up front today. He's not played a huge amount of games, and Orvik is suspended for 2 games, I think. So I don't think we're going to see him anymore this season. I did annoy Chirmak by saying how fantastic he was doing in the fact that he was, learning his new position quite well, and he was like, what? Are you serious? Sorry, boss. I didn't mean to upset you. But like I said, we are guaranteed 5th, so we're just kind of whatever at this stage. We're guaranteed Europa League. Could potentially get Champions League. If we get Champions League, that will be insane. So lots of changes for today's game. Some of them forced, some of them not so much. But we are going into this one in good form, I suppose you could say. The fact that we had a 7-6 win, I'm still not sure. Like we were good in that game. I'm not going to say we were bad. But it was 7-6. Like, it was insane. It was great fun to watch. I almost had a heart attack watching it, but it was a good game. I'm kind of glad I didn't. Oh, that was so close by the Mets striker. I'm glad that you weren't here to watch it because it would have taken so long. I was sat here for 15-20 minutes maybe playing that match. It was mental. But I suppose that's what you want. I also was right about Toulouse this year. Toulouse have been relegated along with Bordeaux. And as it is right now, Guingamp could potentially go down. Saint Etienne are still in with a chance of going down a season after I said they were going to get relegated. But Illich has won us the ball. De Gracca. Every time I think De Gracca's just starting to kick on in form, he does something like that. Like, he had a really good game against Lorient. Obviously, he played a 10, but Calantari, also Calantari only speaks basic French after being here for almost a year. So we've had to send him away again for more lessons in how to speak French. And I don't know if you saw what happened there, but De Gracca just kicked the ball at their goalkeeper. And no Mets are on the break, but Chilufa trips the defender and gets himself a yellow card. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to say it was a good booking to take, unless he gets sent off, and then I will be furious. But Mets are very on top of us here, and I don't know why Nathan is running around like a headless chicken, but Illich, the tackling today from Illich has been fantastic. Where is De Gracca going? Chilufa hits it just wide. What is De Gracca doing? Like, does he not know how the offside works? Because he's spending an awful lot of time not doing what he's supposed to. Illich again, beautiful tackle. Chilufa runs across. What's he going to do with it? Shoots. Cross? That was a cross? That was a cross. We are actually going to tell the lads to not get stuck in because we have three bookings already. Don't really want to, have any players sent off. Mets haven't had a shot since fairly early on in the game. They only had 3 so far. We've had 14, and our XG is not that much better. So we're going to thrash our arms. Is there anyone we can move around? No, cause usually Niang is the striker or Kalantari is the striker. Because of the way it's set up today, you can't just kind of swap people around and hope for the best. So we're going to leave it as it is for right now. Dunfac's having a poor game. We do have Norrington Davies on the bench, so there's potential for him to come on. Olaina to Illich. Kitlano. Oh, I was meant to take him off. Whoops. I'm sorry, Kitlano. Okay, he's going off. Bakuna's going to come on for him. Nobody reminded me. Why didn't anyone tell me to take off Kitlano? But it's all led to De Gracca scoring his 29th of the season. I'm considering putting this formation up on the Steam Workshop because we score a lot of goals. We do concede a lot, but I live by the mantra, outscore your opponent and you will win. And that is pretty much what we've been doing this year. Most of our games have been either utter domination or quite close games. Winning by the single goal, 7-6, as you do. We did lose 8-3 to Nice earlier this year. It's been a hell of a time. Illich has been in fantastic form. Olaina with a terrible pass. Thankfully, the Mets winger, Horta, puts it wide. But we definitely got away with that one. Clayton hits the ball up to De Gracca, gets it down to Kalantari, puts it forward for Toure. Toure. This is why Toure hasn't played very much recently. Illich gets across. Inache heads just over. Kalantari is having a very poor game today. Maybe we take Kalantari off. They're telling me to take Illich off and bring on Boma. No. I'm not bringing on Boma, who's not good enough to play at centre back, to play him in central midfield. Kalantari is coming off for a Yang. Yang. Take off Chilufa as well and bring on Gabels. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So Toure survives the rest of this game, and we are going to hopefully score a second, because squeaky bum time. I don't like being one up against a team who are likely to potentially do something to us. Niang puts it across. All the players in the world to aim at, and he hits a Mets defender, and now their striker just... What was Clayton doing? Oh my god! That was such a soft goal to concede. Horta literally just kicks it up. One of our defenders, Inache, misses it. And Clayton slipped through his hands. How do you let that happen? Oh my god. Well, we're in the Europa League for next season, so that's pretty good. I'd be very disappointed if we lose this game. Lads. Come on. Please. For the love of Jesus. Clayton. Oh my. Actually, Clayton was so bad in the Lorient game that I did substitute him off. And I brought on Lafelle. And Lafelle actually made saves, which was shocking. We're going to break the team, go very attacking, because this is just not good enough. We should not be losing to Metz. Niang. Keeper does push it wide. Okay, I thought he was after just getting it so far wide, but he didn't. Illich puts it in. Inache heads over again, and that is going to be it. We lose 2-1 to Metz. I'm going to throw a water ball. Yeah, it's demotivated someone that's motivated quite a few of them. So we are going into the final game of the season. Nothing really to play for. So Clayton is definitely going to be sitting the next game out, because that was god awful. He's been linked with Everton, I think it is. So yeah, we're guaranteed we can't finish any higher, because Strasbourg, even though they lost, we did need to win, and Monaco beat Dijon. So Monaco have gotten third, Strasbourg got fourth, and we have finished fifth. Final game of the season now against Nimes. Means absolutely nothing to us, but I'm interested to see if Ream, who are taking on Guingamp, which one of them could survive, because one of them has to. And Saint Etienne take on Len, so it's going to be quite an interesting fight down the bottom of the league. But like I said, nothing to play for today, so we're just going to we go attacking. Why not? We're supposed to be significantly better than Nîmes. Couple of changes for today's game. McAllister comes in to start his second game for the first team. He played against Leon, I think. We're teaching him to be a right back. When he came in first, he was a right midfielder. Now he's a right back. He has a decent amount of potential. I want to see how good he can do in this game. So we're going to pop him in there. Bakunia starts because Kitolano's picked up a suspension. Laharbi is injured as well. So we're just... Torre drops to the bench. Niang starts and Kalantari moves up front. I'm hoping McAllister can have a decent game, because the last time he played, he did not do well at all. We have left Orvik out of the team completely. So really hoping that he does the business today, because otherwise... I'm surprised that none of these are McAllister starting. What? Again, like I said, doesn't really mean anything. It's just kind of nice to end the season with a win, I suppose. I was going to play the 18-year-old Swiss keeper I have on the bench for today's game, but I decided against it because I still want to win the game, and I'm not sure if he's ready to step up and play just yet. One thing I did forget to mention was the Premier League went down to the final game of the season. Oh, De Graca just baby-footed it back to the Nîmes goalkeeper. The Premier League season went down to the final day. It was Liverpool, Man United, Man City. 3 points covering Man City were third, 3 points behind Liverpool, and Liverpool managed to win the league. So, congratulations, Liverpool. It's now, in the last 4 years, it's been Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Liverpool. So I guess Man City are going to be expecting to win it next season. McAllister with the attempted cross, already on a booking. Doesn't come off. Enache picks it up. Illich. What have I been calling him? Illich or Illich? I think I've been calling him Illich. We'd stick with Illich. Unless I say Illich again. Kind of liking the Illich. Ola gets it across and Nyang heads just wide. This is a very quiet first half. We've had 5 shots, only 1 on target. I'm going to encourage the lads because we really should be doing more. I know they're playing quite defensive, but we should really be winning this game somewhat comfortably. I keep forgetting, like, the referee. I keep seeing him and going, why isn't my player chasing after the ball? The Graka sends Kalantari through, and again, straight at their goalkeeper. What is going on? Why are my players just kicking it at the goalkeeper? The keeper. That poor goalkeeper comes flying out to try and punch it away. Completely misses it, and the Grasa sat at the far post. Just relatively easy tapping. To be fair, with the form that he's been in recently, wouldn't have been surprised if he'd absolutely ballooned it. But it would seem Grimgomp are leading against Ream just before half-time. We've picked up an injury. The Graka is out. That's unfortunate, but at least he has the whole summer to recover before he probably goes off to someone else, because that seems to be the way it's going. He's had plenty of offers, well, interest more. He hasn't had any offers, but there's been plenty of interest in him. So it'll be interesting to see if he actually hangs around for next season, if we're given the option, because we're lacking funds. We are getting 10 million for finishing in 5th, but I'm not sure if we're going to get a huge transfer because of the fact we're like 8 million in debt. But Oleaina could be a new addition next season. His cross was beautiful, and somehow Nyang manages to head that one over. Oleaina, long throw. Kalantari's offside. Yeah, Kalantari's definitely offside. Was it Enache got the header on? If Nyang had managed to get his head onto it, it would have been a goal. Fortunately, he missed it, and Kalantari is... Yeah, Nyang missed his header. Kalantari slots it away, but unfortunately, he is stood in an offside position. Nathan wins the header. Illich is going for a bit of a jog. Chilufa whips it across, and Nyang... How did he miss? Olaina gets the ball clear, but Neems are coming back at us again. I think we're getting very close to taking off Nyang, because he is just missing far too many opportunities. And Neems are playing really rather well against us. Oleaina is having none of it. McAllister just boots it clear, but it comes straight back to us. Okay, he was offside. I was like, what? Alright, Nang, you're coming off for... We're going to bring on Surmac. Surmac, do your thing. I believe in you. Both my strikers doing absolutely nothing today. Oleana, big throw. Keeper comes out for it, but one of the defenders boots it away, and Oleana picks it up to Bacunia. Puts it forward. Surmac. Kalantari takes a shot. It bounces off one of the Nîmes defenders, and Toure puts it away for his 15th of the season. Well done, my friend. You have finally hit 15 for the season. We've scored 100 and something goals this year, and you've gotten 15 of them. Kalantari is very unlucky that one of the... Was it Amiens? I think it was Amiens was the one that put his foot in front of it. Managed to block it, but we're coming back at him again. 70th minute, Oleana picks up the ball after his long throw is cleared. Ilic puts it through. Kalantari, 22nd of the season. Kalantari. I said my strikers did nothing. Both of them have now scored. Hip, skip and a jump. Hip, skip and a jump. Yeah, we're going to make our final substitution. Because why not? We're going to bring on the young keeper for his second game. I did bring him on as a substitute in a different game earlier this season. Just going to pop him on, give him a chance to stretch his legs, get his Neems have. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say it quietly. Neems have been absolutely toothless today. So we're not going to concede. We have a 3.12 XG to their 0.32. And we have a free kick in the 90 plus minute, and Nathan heads just over to see the game out. 3-0 against Neems. If only we'd beaten Metz. If we'd beat Metz, we could have been in a position where we could potentially have gotten third. But, alas, that is not how it went. We're going to see how long De Grassa is out for. Because I imagine, if it's not like a broken leg or something, I am going to be so angry. We could have actually finished we could have finished at least one position higher. Strasbourg lost to Lyon on the final day, and Monaco lost to Metz. We couldn't have beat Monaco, but we could have beaten Strasbourg. That is... Oh. Okay, it's twisted ankle. I'll give him that. But De Grassa is wanted by Rennes. But he is off to play in the under 21 something or other. I'm not sure how, because he's 23. But I am not going to judge players based on what they do internationally. Decent end to the season. Scored plenty of goals. Conceded far too many. Technically, we conceded 8 goals. Well, not technically. We conceded 8 goals in our final 4 games. So you could be like, oh, we just conceded 2 every game. No. We conceded 6 in 1. And still won the game. This team is mental. Like, we score lots of goals. We concede so many as well, though. Oh my god. Like, 105 goals scored. But we also had the 3rd worst for conceding. Bordeaux, 99 conceded. That's mental. And poor PSG just missed out on the 100-point mark, having lost less games this year than last year. It's disappointing, but I suppose they drew 3 last year, 6 this year. It's not great for them. From everything that's looking here, we have 8 players that don't have an opinion of us, but everyone either supports us or doesn't really care, which is fine by me, as long as nobody hates me. It's taken me quite a length of time to have it so that nobody dislikes me, and we finally got there. So the next episode will be the end of season review and the transfer special leading up to the start of the season. After all the talking I did, Guingamp somehow, what happened? Did Ream score a late equaliser? 82nd minute. And Saint-Étienne drew at Lens. So Guingamp end up in the playoff. De Grassa, 29 goals this season, 15 assists for Kalantari. We dominated the yellow cards. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So like I said, we'll be back in the next episode to have a look at the end of season review and the transfer roundup to see who's coming in and who is leaving. I can imagine there's going to be a number of players that are going to be leaving. Lots of players have interest. Clayton doesn't have interest in them anymore, but Ilic still has interest from Leicester and Newcastle. De Grassa has interest from Rennes, Denore, Ghent, and a Saudi team, which I found very interesting when that news article popped up. Laharbi is wanted by Frosinone. Orvik is wanted by 20 clubs now. The director of football has put a price on him because he's been there was plenty of offers in January. Yeah, there was lots of offers in January for him. So the director of football was like, hey, we don't have a price on him, so we're going to bring it up. So whenever that happens, I just pop the price on. But like, you do you, friend. You do you. But yeah, we've lots of players in our team that could potentially be leaving for next season. Definitely need reinforcements for the Europa League group stage that we're going to be in. That's right, boys. We are going to the group stage of the Europa League. Second season with Angers. I thought we were going to get sacked. We got into Europe. Thank you very much for watching, fellas. I will see you in the next one.